What? That many people actually drink coffee?
I think so.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today is going to be a great day. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for allowing us to come into your lives and to be a blessing through giving you guys encouragement and some humor on my part. But I am a very serious person.
Yeah.
Don't let the, laughs and the
comic
crazy corny stories, and maybe it's not corny to some of you. Maybe some of you actually do think we are funny, but me, I am a bit of a talker.
He's always a talker, but
yeah,
it lightens the mood.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we're going to talk about briefly is of course we getting some coffee and
You got a muffin?
blueberry muffin and maybe a bagel or something like that. But yeah, it makes me very excited to see you guys comment on our posts.
Yeah.
And that means a lot.
And
so
thank
yeah,
you for sharing and subscribing. And we see that you're starting to be more interactive with us, so it just makes us want to push more to keep putting it out.
Yeah, and we have our studio set up, and we're gonna keep changing the backsplash part of it because you see we got that cheetah skin, the cat skin now. That thing will cut you up. Gotta watch some claws scratch you up.
Only if you like that type of stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
I can't. No.
Well, you look kind of skinny. Well, pretty skinny.
Well, thank you. I'm getting there, day by day.
Just got to work on your posture.
Oh, you try.
I guess that's a habit.
Got something
No, but that's a pet peeve of mine. Like, cause I was told, like, you mess up your back. Older person told me some time ago. That person's still alive. They're like 89 right about now.
Right.
It's like when they was younger, they used to lift weights, and their shoulders was forward because they did so many push exercises. Those of you who do fitness, y'all kind of know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you want to open your lungs.
Right.
And plus, guys, it makes you look more masculine when you're standing tall. You look actually more muscular versus when you do, doing so much push exercises, not enough full exercises. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about health and fitness briefly. But I would say you guys drink more water. That's important. But along with that, do a detox every now and again.
Every now and again, you got to clean your body out. You put stuff in there that don't belong, so you got to get it out of there so that we can keep functioning on a daily basis like you're supposed to.
Get all the excess poopage and
I didn't say all that. I did not say all that.
Well, everybody poops.
You see? You're trying to be comical again.
Yeah. Everybody poops.
Are you? Which way are we going?
No, because somebody had their rear reverse lights on, so now we backing up.
Okay.
But yeah, let's talk.
Okay.
I think it's somebody out there for everybody. Some people have to be married to somebody for 15, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years for a person to show their true colors now. We know somebody personally who've been married 53 years, and what happened?
Got a divorce.
So how the heck a person gonna get a divorce after being together 53 years?
I don't understand that.
First of all, you almost about to die because they like 80 years old.
You know what?
Just sleep in a different bed, that's all. Because when you get that old, you don't want to do nothing anyway. I know I still be want to do something. From now to God come back.
You know what?
But yeah, let's face it. Let's talk about, let's say, divorce. This is the uncomfortable
conversation,
part of the rawness of the real.
Okay.
We're going to talk about divorce. How do you feel about divorce?
Are you asking me?
That's a good question. Great question. Go ahead. You start it off.
How I feel about divorce? It's only, let me use the word, applicable.
Well, applicable.
Meaning, and under the circumstance of the situation.
What's the situation?
It all depends on the person. It's individualized.
Paint the picture for the people.
If a person is in a...
When does divorce make sense based off your opinion?
If a person is in a domestic violence situation.
So they get their butt beat.
Right.
Okay.
They need to go.
By their husband or their wife.
It doesn't matter.
Or partner, whatever you want to call it. Still husband or wife.
Well, it's marriage, so...
Still married, okay.
Yeah.
So if they're getting their butt beat.
Right. They need to go because that's definitely
the first time, second time, third time?
The first time.
The first time.
Yeah. There's no exceptions to that, I personally believe.
So you believe if it's a time where a person, husband, wife, or partner, however you call it, in a marriage, hit somebody out of anger, it's time to go.
Yeah,
The
because
first time.
The first time, because if they do it the first time and you say, and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry," they're gonna do it again. It's gonna repeat itself.
Go the first time.
Yeah, that's my.
That's how you feel.
That's how I feel.
Now, what else can you tell people? When does it would make sense? When does it make sense? When will it make sense
To
exit this situation for divorce? That's what
if
we're
a
talking
person is having an affair,
about. Other than
a person is
okay.
having an affair, they got a whole different significant other in their terms, whether that be a man or a female, and they basically have a whole different life aside from your life that you and this individual set up. Why you staying there? Who you got to say to that?
Go ahead, finish saying what you're gonna say, and then I'll
And start
jump in.
elaborating. I want you to jump in.
I'm gonna start. Somebody said that I kind of outshine or talk more than you. Well, how you gonna tell a talker, a natural born salesperson, communicator, to not talk so much?
Right.
That's not gonna work. That's like telling a person who like to dance, you know what, stop dancing.
Right.
A person who like to play baseball, don't play baseball.
Right.
A person who like to play music, you know what, don't play music. You know.
And which things you can never do.
Yeah, like let's be honest.
That's you.
But I will. You can learn a lot from a dummy. I will give you or allow you to have more space to express yourself.
I feel like I express myself
So-
just fine.
If a person have an affair, if a person is in an abusive relationship, first and foremost, a person getting their head punched or in abusive physical relationship, marriage-wise, or they have an affair. Now, that's what you say. Any other thing you want to add to that?
Go ahead. Talk.
That's all you got to say?
For right now,
For me, I think it's the matter of how much you actually love the person, because if you love somebody, you can't go a whole day without thinking about that person. You don't want to hurt that person.
Right.
All do. Sometimes people get on your nerves, you know, and it is sometimes in a relationship where the enemy try to use people and say, you know what, you need to punch their head, slap him, punch him, push him. Actually, women are more violent in a relationship than a man, because a man already know
you don't do that.
certain things you're not supposed to do.
Right.
But we can talk about this more, and we're going to talk about this more today. Unfortunately, we're not going to address everything now, but when do I think divorce is necessary? My book, I say never. Because in some cultures, they discipline their wives and women in general openly, according to their culture. I disagree with a man putting his hand on a woman, no matter what. I totally disagree. Now, should a marriage be broken up because of that one time? No. Because people can change if God changed them.
But how many times do you think she got to sit there, or he would have to sit there and endure that?
I don't think a pet peeve of mine. Let's see. What's this? We got to ship these orders off. That's what y'all seeing. Sometimes I throw stuff in the back seat. That's my thing. So if y'all see this, instead of saying, oh, they junky. Yeah, maybe I'm kind of listening. Got my spray and I got my mouthwash. So yeah, actually 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I got my apple juice. But back what I say, no, a man shouldn't hit a woman. If she decides to leave her husband the first time he put his hands on her, I don't agree with that. Because if she love him, I beat up a lot of people before that I actually care about or love. You ain't never hit nobody you love? Did you? You slapped me before.
We talking about...
Bow! Psych! Gotcha.
Yeah,
What
no.
say psych your mind? Let you
Make-
move
make-
Listen,
yeah, no,
first
yeah,
time he
yeah.
put his hands on you, you need to call 3 people. If your father living, call your daddy. You need to call the police, and you need to call the insurance man. Because he out of here.
Listen.
First of all, you need to take him out of here.
First of all.
Let's see. If he don't, a real father would.
Listen.
Now, I don't care how holy he is, pray God, pray God.
Let me tell you
I made
something.
myself extremely clear
Listen.
to,
let me tell you
know,
something.
some folk. Let me say it like that.
Let me tell you something. If you got the right
Shoot.
father,
Mhm.
if you got the right father, you better call the police first. Because if they get there for you, they do.
Man, let me tell you something. It don't matter if the police there. What they supposed to do? Where I'm from?
Yeah.
You sit there.
Yeah, that's true.
First of all, it could take the cops a long time to even get there. That is, if they even come. Where I'm from, shit. So you know, Smoke, South Carolina. Yeah. But y'all, you know what? The first time, Trina absolutely right. You can't slip and abuse somebody.
No.
Abuse is different than somebody just saying, "What beat?"
Yeah.
Pow, slap that face.
Yeah, no, whatever's in the person is gonna come out.
Yeah. So no, the first time he put his hands on you needs to be the last time, one way or the other. Now,
you could do it Rel's way.
Oh, I know my way.
Or you could do it my way, which is normally the legal way.
I already know my way. My way is you cannot be afraid to live a life based off consequences. And I go on the record and say that. It doesn't matter. Anybody who know me, they already know what it is. Like, I'm already on 100 already.
That just makes
One thing I like, I think it was on the Avengers movie, when we saw what it said about Hulk. It's like you got to control the beast, and they're trying to get him upset.
Right.
So the beast has come out. He said, one thing y'all forgot. Maybe I ain't seen it in context, but look at the movie. Say, one thing that y'all forgot. I'm always the beast.
Right.
That's what Hulk said.
Yeah.
So he don't have to turn into something he already are.
Is.
I'm already on 100.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you come across.
Right.
Yeah, I'm nice, I'm loving, so is Trina. When it comes to the family, Trina can call me. I can be in California. If Trina called me and say somebody on her job, make her cry, she's hurt, I'll be on the next plane smoking. For real, for real. It's nothing more important. Same thing with my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my friends, buddies. Definitely my daughters and my granddaughters and my parents or anybody's sister or whoever the case is. But back on subject, first time a man put his hand on you, that's not an accident. That's really who he is. You need to get out of that situation as soon as you can. For somebody to get hurt, if not deceased over that. I know a lot of personal people in my family who are no longer here, and some friends, due to domestic violence. That's not cool. Okay? Yeah. So not unless a guy want to go meet Jesus or whoever his maker is, depending on the husband, depending on the father, depending on the brother. I promise, if a guy, you know, really take it there, some of these women and girls got that crazy daddy or that crazy grandfather, that crazy brother or sister. You know, because, you know, what I learned, just respect people. What I'm saying, definitely divorce is an option.
And truthfully, if you run up on
move away from the situation.
Well, listen, you run up on the right woman, she ain't got to call her daddy.
Oh, she gonna call him, let him know.
She gonna call him, know what she already took care of.
Yeah, and this what it is. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, we got daughters like that.
But the other thing is,
yeah.
Then the other thing is, so the second thing was, you said now affair. Cheating is one thing. It's no baggage. But when you have a whole nother family,
that's a
I could never forgive somebody I say I love. God can do anything. Let's talk about realistically. And I know people who still in marriages and relationships, but we talking about marriage, where I found out this ain't the old time 60, 70 years. Oh, you got aunts and uncles or cousins. Oh, okay. Nowadays, that doesn't really happen like that. If it's done on the slide, exit the situation. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because nobody want to be the side chick or the side dude. You know what I mean? So especially in marriage.
There's some out there who do.
Now, if you guys feel it makes sense, instead of what's called cheating, get the book. Now, I would say it's other options to that if somebody wanted to see other people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have open relationships, open marriages. You got, you know, spaces where you and the husband or the wife can decide to bring the monkey in the bedroom. But what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. And we can leave that right there. So is divorce an option in a marriage based off those two things? I said yes.
Yeah. I
got one other thing I may say. If you don't believe the same thing, it's gonna be hard for that marriage to work.
Definitely.
If you're a Christian and this individual is a
Muslim?
Muslim or a
Jehovah's
Buddhist or
Witness?
Jehovah's Witness, it's gonna be very, very difficult
You can
for that
love
marriage
all
to work
day,
because you
but
can't be unequally
unequally
yoked.
yoked.
It's
It's-
nothing. How you gonna get blessed by two different gods?
Right.
How-
First of all, it's only one.
You know what? Who gonna suffer the children?
Yeah. Who's going to suffer is the children. It's only one God. And if you are
One faith.
one faith, one baptism.
One baptism.
You're a Christian or you believe in Jesus and your partner believes in somebody else, Buddha. Anything else?
You going to church and I'm going to the mosque.
Right.
Oh, I ain't going to your church. I don't believe what you believe. How are we going to make children? Or you already have children?
You're confusing the
This
children.
is probably why the first relationships and marriages failed.
Yeah,
then.
because they're not equally yoked. Because
You
they
gotta-
only look at an aspect of I love you, you love me. Okay, let's do this together. But if God ain't in it, it ain't working anyway.
It's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work
It's
anyway.
definitely won't work.
No.
So that being said, we're gonna touch up on this, but we're gonna call this to divorce or not divorce.
That's the question. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you later.